Welcome back to Finding Wendy. Okay, well, lots of difficult things have happened this week with me. So anyway, some updates about a brand new app that is going to be launched through the Toronto Western Hospital Bariatric program. I'm a part of the focus group to try the app out. So I'm going to show you guys all about this app. And of course give you an update on my weight and also talk about my poor little Lucy, my dog, who has had major back surgery this week. So stay tuned. So first my stats. So as you all know, I started at back in December 2017. I weighed 450 pounds. There's a picture, once again, another picture. And I was a month long on Optifast. I started the Optifast in February 2018, and I had my surgery, and then I was 400 pounds. I had my surgery on March 20th, 2018. I was 375. Last week I was 229, and this week I'm 228. So I have lost a pound. So that's a total of 222 pounds that I've lost. 222. And also interesting thing, I weigh 104 kilos, so I'm only 4 kilos away from getting under the 100s. So kind of Wonderland under 100s. I don't even know what that's called. Is there a word for it? I don't know. Anyway, so stay tuned and I'll start talking. I'll tell you all about my dog and talk about this new app that's going to be launched in September. Okay, so my poor little Lucy has IVDD, which is basically invertebrate degenerative disease, and it's very common with dachshunds. So her back legs weren't working anymore. So last week, Thursday, she was sent to the emergency hospital for vets here in Toronto, and she had emergency surgery on her back. And there were 2 spots in her spine, in her vertebrae, that were relieved of an inflammation that basically cuts off the use of the legs and creates a lot of pain. So she's doing really, really well. And so I thought I'd show you a little video of how she's doing at the hospital. So here's the video.
Yeah. How you doing? Can I look at your back? We've got a bandage on the incision itself, but
Yeah, she looks pretty drugged out.
we just discontinued the heavy pain meds this morning. She's still on some good pain medication, but not the real good stuff anymore. But she doesn't seem painful at all. She's been a little bit anxious, but she's a good girl. Yeah.
You're in good hands here at the hospital, huh? She's like, Mommy, take me home.
Any day.
Do you think that they sort of understand what's going on at all?
The dogs? It depends on the dog.
Yeah.
And I think they understand some things, but not all of them. But she's, as far as post-surgery goes, she's able to stand up on her own and walk already, so she should be ready very, very soon.
Yeah.
Right? Good girl. Yeah. No, doctor, you mentioned you wanted to see how the sling works?
Yeah. See how that works.
Yeah. Hold on. So you can see she's still a little bit weak in that hind end, and what the sling does, we put it underneath her belly, and it just gives her a little bit of extra support for those hind legs.
Right.
She's A, got a bit of weakness, and B, I think she's also just a little not used to the IV bandage. Sorry, but just help her walk. Come on, sweetie. We can't go too far because your IV is still attached.
Oh yeah, look at that. The back leg is really not working yet.
But she's standing on that other one, and she's got motor. I think this one not moving it too much is more to do with that bandage being on there. A lot of dogs are a little bit confused by the bandage.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Wow.
She's eating and drinking. I imagine we're gonna probably take her off IV fluids tonight.
Okay.
A lot left in that bag, but once they're eating and drinking on their own, there's no need for them really to be on IV fluids anymore.
Right.
So once we discontinue the IV fluids, that bandage will come off. Get a better idea of how that leg's doing when it's not all bandaged up. But yeah, she's recovered really well. She's doing really well for an open surgery like this. So. Sorry, I got no, that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you good girl.
Good girl.
You a good girl.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. So, yeah, because I spoke to the doctor and he said, well, we probably Tuesday because of my disability that I can't really walk without, like I can't lift her and walk. I have to have some sort of, I'm having surgery myself on the 21st of August for a new hip. So the timing really is not great for this, but I'm really glad that she's doing well.
Yeah, she'll be under pretty strict cage rest for a little bit when she goes home.
Yeah, I got her a crate that's 3x3 or 3 by whatever. It's about that big. Yeah. So she can lay down. All right.
But she's already doing great. She's improving really, really well. Right, good girl? Yeah, you are. Yeah,
poor
you are.
Lucy. Yeah, you're a good girl. She's doing well. I'm going to go visit her again today. Hopefully she'll be able to come home on Tuesday, and then my life will be a little bit more complete because it is very lonely here without her. So next I'm going to talk about this new app. So last week Wednesday I was invited to a focus group with 2 other bariatric colleagues from the Toronto Western Hospital Bariatric Program. And this particular part of the Toronto Western Hospital, or the University Hospital Network, has an office down at Yonge and Dundas, and this is called the office is called Digital UHN. And basically they have received funding from the Ontario government to design a new bariatric app. And this app would be used and given to any bariatric patients that have had the surgery at Toronto Western Hospital. So unfortunately, it's not available to any other hospitals in Ontario, but the plan is to eventually have it available to other bariatric patients throughout the province. Maybe throughout Canada, and eventually throughout the world. But this is just the beginning. And it is an extremely handy app. And so I just thought I'd show you and take you through it. So I made a little screenshot video of my phone so you can see what happens when you download the app. Okay, so as you can see, I have the app loaded on my phone, and this is a screenshot. And so I just thought I'd go through it with you. So I received a notification on my phone that I need to check in again with the app. And we're going to be going through a questionnaire. So they're asking things like, do you have any sudden pain? You're going to answer the questions. You just go through the questions that it's on your app that they will send you on a regular basis in the first 3 months post-surgery. It is a fantastic tool for sure. And questions, please look at your incision and just, is everything okay with that? And then they thank you for taking the questionnaire as well. So then they ask you about bowel movements as well. So that's also really, really handy. And then dehydration. Have you been drinking? Have you been taking your vitamin supplements? So all of this information goes back to the bariatric team. They continue on with the questions. Have you had a protein shake? And they tell you how many grams of protein you should take every day. There are a lot of questions, and you forget about it because you had the nutrition class so long ago, so you can't remember what you're supposed to do. So then the other parts of the app is that you can actually request a call from the bariatric team. And you can do a video call or you can do a phone call, and which is extremely handy. And you can just type in a question about, how you're feeling, if your incision is bleeding, do you think it's infected or something like that. And that goes directly to the team as well. So once you send that, sorry, I had to actually just voice talk it in. You can do that. You don't have to type. You can also just voice talk it in. And it's good for both iPhone or Android. And then you can also go to the rest of the app and see it, take a look at the other things as well. And the other parts of the app is really handy as well. So there's like a home page, and then you can take a look at the tips from the week. You can take a look at recipes, um, surgery do's and don'ts, what to bring to the hospital, that sort of thing. And then, so just going through that, what you can bring to the hospital, all sorts of questions are asked, because it's really a lot of information before you have the surgery, recipes. So you can click on the different recipes that they can send you as well on the app. And then also you can go to, here's another recipe, for example. Then you can click on basically how much fluid you're supposed to be drinking, how much water you're supposed to be drinking during the day. So they give you the tips on that, because we all got these big binders and there's just so much information. You just can't keep it all track. And the biggest reason why people have complications after surgery is that they're not following the diet to the T as far as the guidebook is concerned. But now you have the whole guidebook in an app on your phone, which is way easier. I would say this app is just fantastic. I mean, the surgery, to accompany your bariatric surgery is just fantastic. And anybody who is waiting to have bariatric surgery with Toronto Western Hospital, this is the app. This app is going to be offered to them for the first 3 months after their surgery, completely for free. And I highly recommend you download it because it will be extremely handy for you and helpful as well. So then, so lots of tips and things about eating and what to do after your surgery, all sorts of things like that. And then the other part is that there's all these videos, so you can watch these videos as well about all sorts of topics like weight loss surgery, how to decide, things like that. Sorry that it's sideways, but
you're facing a decision.
Videos, there are all sorts of videos.
Is it time
that
to
you
have
can
weight
watch
loss
as well.
surgery, also called bariatric surgery? Or do you want to try to lose weight without having surgery? It really is your choice, and it's important.
So, it's a great app, and I really think it's going to help a lot of people, and I highly recommend you use it. So I finished the questionnaire, and getting back to the home page, there is also a blood glucose section and blood pressure section. You can also directly text the team, so the team will see your text coming in on their desktops at their bariatric center at Toronto Western Hospital. And sorry for the mistakes in my typing. My fingers are too fat. So all in all, a really, really handy app, and I highly recommend that you use it. And then once it is launched here at the Toronto Western Hospital, then hopefully they'll launch it throughout Ontario and throughout the world, because it is extremely handy to use. Let's see, another bit of news that I went to see the musical Come From Away this week, which was extremely good. I highly recommend it if it's playing in your local city. It's the story of what happened in Gander, Newfoundland, when all these planes were landing there because of 9/11. So the American airspace closed, as you know, during 9/11 for at least 4 or 5 days. And so all the planes that were coming from all over the place, all were forced to land in Gander, Newfoundland. So all of a sudden, there were 7,000 passengers in Gander, Newfoundland that needed to be housed, fed, taken care of. for a few days in Gander. And Gander is an island, and you cannot leave Gander. It will take you days to leave Gander if you were to take a bus. So these people were stranded there, and it's an excellent musical about how the people of Gander helped all of these passengers with housing them, feeding them, taking care of them, entertaining them. So it was a real show of Newfoundland hospitality. So I highly recommend it. So anyways, I think that's about it for this week. Again, next week is my pre-admin at Toronto Western Hospital for my hip replacement surgery. So it's coming soon. My hip replacement surgery is on August 21st. My hip is hurting even more now since coming back from Amsterdam. So it couldn't be sooner. But the timing of my dog surgery and my surgery is really not handy. So I already have a friend who's going to be coming and staying with me during my surgery to help me and my dog. And so that will be very helpful. So anyways, a short video today. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you again next week. Don't forget to subscribe and also follow me on Instagram at... the address is below in the comment section. So you can follow me on Instagram and then also subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.